I'm live.
What's up?
A little early.
What's up? You just kind of start without me. I don't even have my hat.
I got my microphone. Motherfucker.
No, your microphone's fine. You say this every show.
I will say this. Hook me up with the mic.
It ain't even. I can hear you.
What did I do?
It ain't even.
I didn't do anything.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear a motherfucking thing.
It's because you rushed it.
Settings. All right. Thank you. All right.
It's because you rushed it. I don't know.
Audio.
I gotta have a talk with you. You already started the video.
Test.
See the shit I deal with, folks? Like I didn't even.
What am I doing here, Jay? Can you hear me? No.
I can hear you.
I hit audio. Hit general. Because I wanted to say hello to my friend Ryback. Oh, you could hear me. I can't hear you.
It's got to be the way.
Ryback is here. MRG the killer. He's the craziest motherfucker on the face of this earth.
Yeah, I gotta get myself
him for probably 20 years.
I gotta get myself a hat.
All right, you guys hear me?
But no, but we
Listen,
can hear
guys,
you. How many times are you gonna ask? You know what?
MRG.
He's out until he figures out his situation. Okay. He's fucking out. I come in, I'm thinking I'm gonna talk to him for a few minutes, get synced up, and what happens? He just fucking starts the video without his audio even working. It's unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Anyway, so back at the ranch, let me just tell him quick settings on bottom.
All right, I'm here now.
Can you hear me?
JJ, I can't hear you.
That's why. Oh my God. All right, guys. So anyway, until he figures his shit out, and he can't even hear me, so it's not even like I can walk him through it. You know what I mean? Like, if he jumps on, I can walk him through. I mean, what the?
Can you hear? Scream. Look, I can do this fucker by myself.
You can't hear.
All right.
Told you what to do. Go to settings. Go to settings. Audio. And then speaker.
Echo cancellation. Automatically adjust microphone.
Oh God. All right. Sorry, folks, for this. But I'm going to lose my mind because I'm trying to do the video and he can't hear anything I'm saying. Okay. So, anywho, let me just see real quick if I can get him on the bottom. Settings on bottom. Why do you keep adding yourself? Oh my God. This is a shit show. Like, what are you doing? All right. So anyway, at least the hair looks good, right? But I was supposed to put a hat on. But he's just going to come on here and talk and he can't hear me. So it's kind of like annoying. But let me just see real quick, guys. If you give me 1 to 2 minutes, let me just see if I can walk him through over the phone. I'm going to mute myself for a moment. Okay, grab my cell phone. Hold on. Hold, please. Oh, this should be good. I'll put him on speaker. Yeah, you're actually on speaker because you decided to start the video for whatever reason. So anyway, if you go to settings on the bottom of the screen. Yep.
Settings.
Yep.
Okay. Settings.
Okay, then now you see general camera audio in there?
Yes.
Okay, click audio.
Audio.
What does it say for speaker?
It says default iMac in. The other option is iMac speakers.
Yeah, click iMac speakers.
I did that.
Can you click test right next to it?
Why?
Do you hear noise? No, do you hear noise from the computer?
Oh, because I'm blacked out.
No. When you click test, it'll make a noise. Do you hear anything when you do that or no?
It doesn't say test. It's just playing.
Okay.
Test. I hit test, I hit nothing.
Okay. So can you click back up? Can you click back up to the option above it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, not mic. Not mic. Go back to audio, the speaker. Click back in there and then click the option that it was set to.
Okay. Did it.
Okay. Now, if you go to on that keyboard in the top right, I think it'll be F12. Can you hit F12?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. All right. Hey, can you hear me now? Unmute your. Hold on, guys. We might be cooking here. Can you unmute yourself? Trying to unmute you. It's not letting me.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you good. Fucking hell of a job with the haircut.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, look at the hat that I found in my house. Ha!
Yeah, he stole that from me. Now I can actually get myself a hat. Great.
Yeah, go in the garage with the rest of the furniture.
All right. Now, folks, thank you for participating and waiting. Awesome. We made it. Look at us. Look at us. Technology.
Any comments on the fucking $28 V-neck T-shirt?
From you?
Yeah.
I continue to say that you mock the Run Pure gear and you just continue to wear.
I don't got any here. There's nothing here.
I know, but you mock us even wearing it, and you continue to wear these clearance V-necks from Kmart. It's like, what are we even doing?
I don't go shop at Kmart, motherfucker. I mean, don't even say that.
Yeah,
I knew. I have missed this shit, Joe. How you been? See Backwater, right? The new guy here, known for 20 years. Been on my forum forever. To give you a quick story on him. Calls me up one day. He says, Joe, you're in a bad mood. He lives in Florida. I'm not going to tell you where in Florida. So I said, what's the matter? I said, some fucking cocksucker in Atlanta owes me like six grand. And he's fucking dodging me. I'm so fucking pissed off. So he's like, well, fuck him. He's like, just fly out there. I'm like, I'm not going to fly out there. I'm in fucking Virginia. I'm going to fly out there. So he's like, look, relax, take a Valium. About 4 hours later, he says, I'm about 40 minutes. I'm in Roswell, Georgia. I'm 40 minutes from Atlanta. Give me the prick's address. I said, are you fucking crazy? He says, I'll go to his house. Give me his address. He fucking drove from Florida to Atlanta. I said, turn around. You're going to go to jail. But this is a guy that has a roofing business. The guy took an extra 15 minutes lunch. He threw him off the roof. Remember that one? Ryan? He's a great guy. So Factsman, why are you telling me about cashing out my Miami money line against the Air Force? A blind score finds a nut once in a while, pal. Good call. Good call. It's good.
I think it was that was the only game you lost, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's the only game I fucking lost, Beelzebub. You fucking devil.
I thought we were going to treat the guy with a little more respect. I
want to treat him with respect, but he's rubbing at my face. Don't rub. I'm 5-1 for the fucking weekend. Oh yeah, by the way, teaser suggestions, guys. Look, here's the teaser suggestions. Here are teaser suggestions. I know you guys like NFL. Well, if I had to make teaser suggestions, I'm just throwing these out of here. Here's what I would do. Iowa State's a good teaser, -9. App State's a good teaser. I know it was a Hail Mary, but it's a fucking win. Georgia Southern's a good teaser. Last I checked, they all won. Rutgers lost. Okay. NFL, Cleveland +3.5. Good teaser. They won't lose by more than a field goal. Tampa Bay. Fuck, you can't give Brady 7.5 points. Winner. Go over in the Ram-Falcon game. They're still fucking scoring. How about Dallas? You could take them +17.5. They don't even need the points. Fucking 7 teasers go 6-1 with teaser suggestions. But guess what? I said, I'm only betting this one. I'm betting Iowa, App State, and Dallas. That's the one I want to be judged on. That's the one I want to be judged on. Last I checked, they cashed that motherfucker.
Now, I know that you're not a leans guy, but I mean, you're kind of talking about
I was in a good fucking mood today. I was in a great fucking mood.
You're kind of talking about your leans, and I'm just over here confused because you were just spilling some shit about how you don't want to talk about leans.
There weren't leans. You want me to give content. These people can't get all the games. They get different lines. So I said, here are some teaser options with good numbers. Those were good numbers. Like the last week, the same thing. I gave numbers that you could play on a teaser. I said, look, here's the game I bet. You know who I bet tonight, and you know a number I got tonight. And the people in the member section who took the members picks, they know who I got tonight, and they got the number I got. I already bet my games for next week. You already fucking know that. Okay? I told you on Monday, if Oklahoma does not destroy fucking Nebraska, I'd start sucking pricks for a living. And no one loves women more than me. Fucking no one.
What do you
and what do I hear? Oh, team's going to be emotional. Got a new coach. They suck. You know what the coach was? He was a former coach that got I fired. That makes him worse. Fucking people.
What do you think your heart rate is right now?
It's aggravating. I'm fucking aggravated because you aggravate me. You're a great kid. I love you. You know, and our family's fucked up. Listen to me. I mean this. I know he's going to say things that are lies that I say that are lies, but 100% true. My 94-year-old mother is a compulsive gambler. At 94, you don't buy green bananas. At 94, she gambles every day. Not, how do I survive? Do I need oxygen? Lottery, fucking TVG account. Begs me, come on, I'm driving to Atlantic City with the fucking wheelchair or the walker. It's crazy. My whole family. Oh, speaking of which, 100% true story. As far as, thank you, Kapalazara. It's like
probably first initial, last name.
Yeah, that's right. Best bet. But I'm not saying nothing. I'm not here pounding my chest. I don't care. Yeah, it was my best bet. I don't say a word about it. Don't say nothing. I don't say. I'm not sitting there saying, "Oh, the Dolphins don't need points. They'll beat that fucking team on the field." I screamed it. I told you to grab your nuts. I told everybody grab your nuts. Miami will beat the fucking Ravens. I said it. 2 weeks in a row. Pepto-Bismol upset fucking specials. Okay, so let me tell you this quick story. Oh, before I tell you the story, JJ had a great idea. So a lot of you people here probably don't even bet. A lot of people here just come here to hear the stories. Some people want just the games. So we're going to figure out a way when I do these videos. Should I do it backwards?
Now you look like a fucking douche. With it backwards. You know what you look like? Can you put it back on backwards again? You look like a guy. You look like a guy that's fucking making pizzas at fucking Sopranos here in Totowa.
Great.
It just look like you're twirling the pizzas at a ripe age of 57. Yeah.
I wish I was twirling pizza. I'm gonna fucking twirl you.
Keep up the good work.
So the story was 32 years ago, 34 years ago, I went on a date with JJ's mom, who I'm very good friends with. And she said, there's no way possible I can get pregnant. It's impossible. Okay, it's fine. So we dated for a couple of years. Lo and behold, he says, "You're not going to believe this." So I said, "What?" So she says, "Pregnant." I said, "No, it can't be. You said you can't get pregnant." And for the last 2 years, I've been Cristiano Ronaldo. What's his name? The soccer player, Ronaldo?
Close enough.
Or Messi. I was Lionel Messi, popping penalty kicks without a goalie, just banging it right in there. And no babies, no pregnancy. Plus, you can't have any kids. 2 weeks prior, I'm at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City playing poker, win $143,000 playing poker at the Taj. 2 weeks later, you're not going to believe this, I'm pregnant. God must have sent us a miracle baby. What? It has to be, because there's no way I could be pregnant. I said, "Honey, I think you pulled the fucking goalie on me." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, you pulled the fucking goalie. End of fucking story. And here I am 32 years later taking abuse from this motherfucker on a fucking empty netter. But
so yeah, I mean, Maybe a little biased. Think I'm the greatest thing that's happened to you since Samantha.
Yeah,
You agree?
or no, yeah. I mean, look, I say this to everybody. I bust his balls, but it would be tough to find a better, a closer father-son relationship than me and him. Now, I might do it in a different way. I may yell at a certain way, but like we're pretty close. We don't.
It's a pretty good take, Richard. What's up, Mitch? It's pretty.
Mitch is my man.
It's a pretty good take.
It is a good take.
Anywho, so a little football action, right?
Yeah.
I know you bet the Bills, I believe last Tuesday.
I did.
Maybe even Monday night last month. Either way, I know you got them 9.5.
Yeah.
So obviously now it's 10. Do you consider that to be your still favorite bet of these two games?
Yeah, I mean, look, I would have laid 10, but for like 16 cents, whatever the difference was at the time, it's not a big deal. I'm not telling anybody not to lay 10. I mean, I would lay 10, but if I can buy it down, I bet. Wait, I'll tell you right here. I'll give you a quick example. I shouldn't even be telling you this shit. So, first half Buffalo's at 7. Okay, it was 7 minus 114 or something like that. I got 18,000 on Buffalo minus 6.5, minus 124. Well, why not? I mean, I'd rather lay 6.5 for the first half, instead of 7. I mean, because I could win on 7. I don't want to push.
Look at last week. You cashed the first half over, your best bet, and I don't think the full game even went over. First half went over though. That's what mattered.
That's right, exactly.
So
But I mean, but like I'm saying, I don't want to sit and say, oh, I don't bet it. I mean, there's too many people like, oh, you like the game there, but I don't like it at that number. I mean, I could see if you like a game at 9.5, like you like it at 10. And I think what frustrates me with people are, it's I like it. Just say, who's the other game? Minnesota and
Philly,
the 2.5 or something like that, right?
Well, it's 3 now, but yeah.
All right, it's 3. If Eagles are 3, right? You sit there and say, I like the Eagles minus 3. Somebody says, and but if you go 3.5, I'm out on the game. What are you, fucking Nostradamus? You think the game's gonna fall fucking 3? If that's the case, just bet a prop that the Eagles win by 3.
I mean, that angle's more of a long-term angle as far as living game to game.
Well, listen to me, and this is what fucking kills me. You know what long-term is? In the next fucking 2.5 hours. That is long-term. It's just like these assholes that say, yeah, I bet 3% of my bankroll. You bet 3% of your cock. Nobody bets 3%. What is your bankroll? What you have in your savings account? What you have under your pillow? What you have your net worth?
I think people that are truly using Kelly, I think people that are truly using it, I think that times they will do 3 to 5% of whatever maximum bet they think.
Maximum what? On what you have, on what your allowance your wife gives you? I mean, it's
not your bank. No, I'm not talking a bank. I'm saying if you're somebody truly using Kelly, right? You have a committed amount of money in that. And if you're saying 3% of your max, then that's assuming you're following that Kelly system, right? I mean, that's the whole point of that bankroll system.
It's a stupid system. People bet with that. Hey, you had a good week. You like a game, you bet on it, or keep the same amount on the games, like I say. But I mean, it's it is like people talk about like long term. Half of you motherfuckers are going to be dead in 10 years anyway. The way you drink, gamble, and fucking do drugs. You know what I mean? Fuck. That's just the way it is. But no, I want to get through tonight. Fucking say a Hail Mary, hope I wake up, and then fucking do the same rinse and repeat tomorrow.
And you like anything in the Philly game?
I mean, here's the thing. Philadelphia put points on a really bad fucking Detroit Lions secondary. I mean, really, really bad. So you look at it like, is Detroit secondary, is Philly's offense that good, or is Detroit that bad? So I think that's always going to be the $1 million question when it comes to this shit. Who's really good or who's really bad when you play each other? I know one thing. The Vikings defense fucking shut down Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he shut him down. 130-something yards passing or under 20 yards passing, sacked the shit out of him. So, I don't know. I think Minnesota's the better team. I think if you give the better team points, I think logically you'd bet them. I didn't bet them, probably because they're not on fucking some Prime network or some bullshit thing that they have. I just didn't bet it. I have my bet in. If I liked him, I would have bet him on Monday. But I don't know. I mean, I would bet Minnesota before I bet Philly. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah,
Not
I think
because you're wearing a
so.
Viking hat.
Yeah, so you like Buffalo tonight. Would you prefer first half there with the current number, with the way the number
Well,
is now?
I bet 9.5, but I did bet 6.5 first half. Yeah,
All right, maybe
I did bet
you'll
6.5.
say first half. So we'll go Buffalo first half at the 6.5 number.
Yeah. Well, I'm not telling
and-
anybody not to lay 7. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I mean, if that's the line, that's the line. I mean, but like I say, I don't. When you seen my plays that I sent you this morning, you saw some buys, and I think every buy was from the number to the hook. Like I say, I buy to win, not to push. So, historically, Kirk Cousins struggles in prime time.
Yeah, primetime cuck, as they call him. I will say this. Was it last year? I think he played really well in the 2 games he had. But yes, over his career, he's been terrible in primetime games. And you should kind of know this because you in Washington, he's had his fair share of shit, of turds he's laid on primetime games. But yes, for whatever reason, he's like super good at 1 o'clock on Sundays and usually shit in these primetime games. But he did seem to overcome that hill last year, and maybe Justin Jefferson helps a bit. But yeah, so I'm not as worried about the primetime stuff with him. But yeah, my favorite bet today is definitely the teaser. I like teasing that Buffalo total up to 53.5. Now, because this line's 3, I think you could probably get this at the same spot. I'm just trying to see what DraftKings has because it was minus 114 today, but the Minnesota line's gone reverse. So I'm thinking you probably could get maybe even a better price than that. But I bet Buffalo 53.5 under and Minnesota plus 8.5. I'm just trying to see if it doesn't look like I can do. It's not giving me the option for alternate totals right now on DraftKings anyway. Doesn't mean we can't get them, but just so you know, guys, that was the teaser I bet. So it was this game under 53.5 and then Minnesota plus 8.5. Again, I would figure you'd be able to get that at most books are around minus 115, minus 120. DK's not loading for me on the full game totals. Oh wait, now it is. Hold on.
I can get you any line you want.
Yeah, so 53.5, 245. Yeah, I would assume this will be right around 110. Hold on, let me go back to the other side.
But why are you jerking off? Can I say something?
Fire away.
Like on Sunday, everybody says, "Did you know that Tom Brady's like 0-4 against New Orleans, and you just can't beat that team?" And and it really pisses me off when people say that because it's such bullshit. I mean, yeah, 2 of the games and Drew Brees played in it, and it's like, so what do? You just turn around and like fucking bet against Tom Brady with Jameis Winston. I mean, I never understood like shit that you can find these things that happen twice in a row, 3 times in a row. I would tell anybody to take every game on the board, give me your 10 best points why a team will win or cover the point spread. I could come with 10 the opposite way and tell you why they won't.
Yeah, but wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree though that most of us have either a pre-inclination on a game or a confirmed bias going into a game, and we just kind of decide to listen to what we want to listen to, and then say the rest is all bullshit. Like I feel like that's a very common thing that happens especially in betting, not so much in the DFS, but in betting, you go into a game with a predefined motion or direction you want to bet it, and then you're just kind of only listening to the stats that back that up, everything that doesn't make sense towards it. Like, for instance, to your point, if you were somebody who wasn't a fan of Tom Brady this week because of the injuries or whatever, you more or less would have looked at the data that he hasn't beaten the Saints in whatever many years as relevant data, like because it fits your narrative. I think a lot of people choose data that fits their narrative, and whether it's right or wrong, I just think there's a lot of subjectiveness towards people, the way people handicap. We all do it. We're all guilty of it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like even that game, it's like I think if you ask anybody, you're fucking lost. You're in the middle of nowhere, and your only shot at getting a bus ticket home is you have to win 1 game. And your only choice is to bet on fucking New Orleans or Tampa. If it's your last bet, it's case money. No one's going to read that. They're going to say, you know what? I'm not going to go down with Tom Brady. I'm not going to assume he's going to have a bad game when all the years of him having good games. So, my father used to tell me this all the time. So like, and this is kind of this like public, private, sharp kind of stuff. We all read the same newspaper. We all watch the same games. So we're programmed to like high-profile teams. We're programmed to like scoring. People bet overs more than unders, not because they're square. It's because you watch a game because you want to see scoring. They love the game of football. People don't want to see handing the ball off, milking the clock, whatever the case is. People like high-profile teams. They like teams that put points on the board. So when the Niners had their time in the sun with Joe Montana and the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls, people bet them. They laid the points. They bet over. I don't know what their record was against the spread was, but I do know one thing. It's just we all see the same thing. Now, what happens is this game has changed over the years because no one ever wins at bets, and we all think the same way. So people say, hey, you know what? Maybe if I start thinking different, maybe the game that looks so easy, I'll bet the opposite side because everybody else is losing. And I think that's where we have the mixture of, I bet fucking a ton of money on Western Kentucky this weekend. Fucking most people don't even know who Western Kentucky is. But I know one thing, they could fucking score, and then we're going to hang with Indiana.
People like the Hilltoppers. They certainly throw the ball a ton. I got a little bit of a new offense this year, I think. But I just want to talk on some things because obviously we're almost already at 7 o'clock. Relative to the game, I think, what's his name? Gabe Davis is out. I think if you're coming in and betting first of all, if you're betting player props over right now, it's probably a mistake anyway. But
yeah, I gotta stop doing that because I've been my history of player prop. Fucking never bet a player prop in my life.
Actually, you know what? That was more to the chat.
No,
actually, it was only to
I'm gonna do a player prop. I'm gonna do a player prop tonight. Here's what I'm doing. I got it. I wrote it down. Specifically for this fucking show. Over 200 and something yard. What's the name is going to throw over 200? I think it's 232. Give me the prop on Josh, whatever that fucker's name is.
It's probably lower now because he's missing his second best receiver.
I don't give a fuck. It don't mean nothing.
Well, I'm just saying whatever number you had. And there's no way it was in the 230s. 260 is what he's at.
Over on the complete yardage.
259.5. Yeah.
Fuck.
258 now. It's already starting.
I'm betting that. I don't bet fucking props, but I'm betting that one. I'm betting it. I'm betting that game. He's gonna throw for fucking 300 yards. He's gonna throw for 300 fucking yards, no doubt. 259. That's easy. Can you tease that? I'm betting.
You can bet adjusted player props in same game parlays, but no, I don't. I mean, some books I guess might let you do it.
Fairfax colon and rectal surgery, and you think you got fucking problems?
Well, that's normal, right? As you get to the age of 50, 57, you got to get that. You got to get that.
I've had three of these motherfuckers.
I feel like though you're going too often. I feel like you're almost going for fun these days. It feels like you're getting a colonoscopy every 3 months.
It's not a yeah. The weird part of it is my doctor. This motherfucker's like, oh, we gotta go through the same procedure. I bend down, he's like, lean over to fucking the chair, and then like I fucking hate it. You got a number 2 pencil like a bite on, and he's like, okay, we're almost there. I said, Doc, I got a question. You do a great fucking job with these colonoscopies, but you're sticking your finger in your ass, but why are your fucking hands wrapped around my fucking shoulders? I couldn't fucking believe it. I could not believe it. I'm like, this motherfucker's cornholing me.
Yeah, so I'd be honest. I think you enjoy it more than he does.
I don't enjoy. I mean, if he gives me dinner, it's one thing. But got a nice house. His pool boy's nice. Geraldo.
I can't. All right. So yes, obviously you like Allen's props. That's fine. I'll tell you this. I do like Robert Woods on that team today. His prop last week was 50. It's down to 40 because he did shit last week. Now I don't know how much people buy into or not, what coaches say or don't, but they did say that they felt the reason they didn't perform as well last week against the Giants was because they didn't get enough of their playmakers involved in the passing game. Robert Woods was barely targeted, and he's the receiver they spent a decent amount of money on in the offseason. Austin Hooper as well, barely targeted. These are two guys that said they were going to make it a point to get them the ball more. Their props are less than they were last week. You can feel free to dive in there, especially if you believe this will be a Buffalo route of sorts. It should mean a little extra throwing for Tannehill, even though, of course, Tennessee seems to run the ball no matter how much they're down with Henry. But yes, I do like the Robert Woods prop in that one. Miami, as for the Philly-Minnesota game, to me the game's a relative coin flip. I did like teasing Minnesota up. But it's tough to tell how good or not these teams are. Minnesota's got the new head coach. They played a Packers team with no continuity. Rodgers was missing his 2 top receivers who came back last week, or who came back yesterday, and he looked better yesterday. So I don't know what to make of the Minnesota game. As for Buffalo, yeah, they looked really good against a Rams team that doesn't exactly look like themselves either. I'm sorry, Philly looked really good offensively against Detroit. But Detroit looked good offensively again yesterday. So it's tough to say overall. But I do lean the Vikings way, so I'm with you there. But that's why I like to tease them.
I got to answer a guy's question because I get accused of not answering him. Mr. the Killer. Is it Mr. the Killer?
MRG the Killer.
MRG the Killer. So what do you use for NFL, MLB and NFL matchups like indicators? Your audio cut out before. Look, I'm a lot different than a lot of people. Spent 10 years working with Don Best, pretty much in that office all the time. I associate with bookmakers, not gamblers. I trust my eyes, even though I got glasses. So what I see, Monday morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I put lines out on games that I think they should be. If the line that I feel is 3, 4, or 5 points off to the line that opens up, it gets a check mark. I look at the teams. I look at the teams' matchups. The one thing I do know, and all this stuff that we're talking about, it's fun. It's all this kind of stuff. You cannot handicap human emotion. You can't handicap a team's mental attitude. And you can't handicap a coach's game plan. When you realize that, then after that, you do your homework. You do your homework. Hope your numbers are right, and you find an edge that way. But the analytics and all that kind of shit, it's not me. It's not for me. It doesn't make it. If it works for somebody, that's great. But I try to keep it real simple. And like I say, I mean, I say this all the time. It's fucking. We're going almost 40 years. I'm doing it. So, I do it in a different way. And again, I respect the shit out of what my son does. I mean, I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. If somebody said to me, there's a radio show that's going to pay you fucking $500,000 a year to come by and do it in the morning, and you got to do the morning drive from 5 to 8. I did that in Arizona already. It sucks, and I got fine. My FCC fines were more than my salary. So, but I would say my son would do a better job than I would because he can capture an audience longer than I could. I don't get along with people. I have to go to a fucking psychiatrist once a week. I have to go to a psychiatrist once a week and tell her fucking crazy shit. It's like
you got to squeeze that in between your 3 colonoscopies a week.
The first time I went there, it was a guy. Then he got rid of me. He said, what seems to be your biggest issues? So I said, I don't really have any issues. He's like,
I said, why are you here?
Yeah, he's like, why are you here? So he's like, what do you think? Why are you here? Yeah, that's exactly what he said. So I says, well, Doc, I have a tough time making friends, you cocksucker. He's like, what? I said, you fucking heard me. And he's like, okay. He's like, I said, no, my father didn't touch my dick when I was a kid. I didn't get breastfed by my mother when I was 16. So don't ask me long questions. I'm the way I am because I'm the way I am. My son's pretty normal. I'm fucked up. He's not the way. He's not like me. Fucking the age of reasoning is like fucking 16. Once you can make that call, you know what's right or wrong, right? I mean like for a guy, I knew what's right and what's wrong. Sometimes I just choose to do the wrong thing, and that's fine. But it's my decision. So nobody's gonna fucking my what do you call? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Remember you had said something about we're gonna do for my videos. Starting Wednesday,
I'm going to try to do the chapters, but it requires me to watch.
Tell me how to do it, and I'll do it. So, guys, like I said, we're gonna do is I'll say, look, from the first minute from we start for the first 5 minutes, I'm gonna tell a gambling story. From 5 to 10, we're gonna talk about teasers. From 15 minutes to 30, maybe best bets or things like that. Maybe a couple of jokes. So, like I said, for the people that are here that want to just get the games, just fucking fast forward it right to where my picks are. That's fine. And then we're good. If you want to not bet the games, just hear funny fucking shit, then fuck the games. Do that. Now, last thing. This is mind-boggling to me. And I don't really give a shit about views. I mean, but how the fuck do I get? I don't even do a video. I just say, hey, I'm coming back to do a video. It gets a ton of views. First week, 1,000 views, 800-900. This week, and I'm doing well every week, I get the fewest amount. The fewest amount of all time. 5-1 on the card, or it was a 4-1 on the card. Big fucking Pepto-Bismol upset specials. Are you fucking jerking me off with these numbers?
Is this where I'm supposed to take out the tiny violin and start playing it? Or
No, I don't care. Look, it's not about that. I'm just saying, why?
I don't. How would I know? I don't know.
You guys should be promoting me. You know, you guys should be out there doing fucking ads like.
Yeah, you know what I'll do after this video? That I'll go and knock on the 8 doors on my block, and I'll let them know.
No,
we'll get the party
started.
started.
Advertise FanDuel and BetMGM. I want TV advertisements.
I'll get
these videos.
TV advertisements.
Yeah. I want TV advertisements. There's so many people. This is like a hidden gem that people don't know.
I mean, when you sleep at night, do you just like not wake? Is it just like a full-time dream all day? Is it just like a puff of cloud above you, just as you walk around?
No, it's not that. I would just think that we are, it's like Stevie Wonder don't go to the fucking movies. It's a waste of time. But there are people that probably want to see this, but don't know that we're here. So I think we should make a group effort amongst the people that are participating here, amongst the people from Run Pure Bets, from the people on Twitter, for everybody to say, hey, look.
You're getting help there for sure.
Oh, I know that. But I think everybody should go step out of their way and say, hey, what do you call it? Let's go out and promote this because this is
calm down, Mitch.
What?
Snyder, he's a good dude for Run Pure. He retweets all your stuff. He's a good dude.
Snyder is a good dude. He's a fantasy guy.
Yeah, and betting, big golf guy.
Better Call Saul. Lots of even.
So to wrap this up, just so I can be clear, I'll give people the cliff notes on your show today. It took you 10 minutes to get your audio working, which was frustrating for me to deal with.
You don't. No one asked you here. We started fine by ourselves.
You were doing great by yourself. If I didn't come on the show today, you would have it might have worked for you today because you didn't need to hear.
Yeah, it would have worked.
It would have worked. It would have worked.
Of course, it would have worked.
You also start the show at 6:57 or 6:27. I was going to come on with you. We were going to sync up a bit. You just start the show. I jump on and I didn't even realize the show already started. Your audio doesn't work. We walk you through fixing it, and then you tell a few stories. You give out the bills first half, and then you told the guy in the chat to go fuck himself. Which we were discussing how we were going to be more diplomatic to the chat, right?
He's my boy. He took it like a man, right? Beelzebub. We're good, right? Beelzebub. Beelzebub likes the Devils this week.
You mentioned how you've had a lot more colonoscopies than you should have had over the last few months. And what was the most recent piece of it?
The reason piece is I'm starting Mondays, me and Joey or me and Keg are doing the show. I'm doing it alone. See, things go so smooth when it's just me doing it. You come on here, try to horn in on my game. Look, on Wednesday, we do the fucking show.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The last thing was you crying about your lack of views.
On Friday, I wasn't crying about it. It's I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I think I probably should do more self-promotion. I could just
there's the accountability. You see, there you go.
But then again, it doesn't change. Like, I could do that, right? But like, why? I got out of this business because I was tired of doing all the legwork and all that hard stuff.
Well, I told you you're gonna get 8 more views on Wednesday because after this, I'm gonna go knock on my neighbors' doors and let them know who you are. Let them know where you worked. Let them know your history.
So then you know what I'll do?
And watch your show on Wednesday.
Because the 8 trailers that you knock on, I'll go to the 8 fucking mansions in my house and say, oh, by the way, this Uncle Dunkle, he goes by the name of JJ, okay? The only reason why he even exists on fucking this network or this TV or on the internet or knows anything about sports is because of me, okay? He goes on his own. He be fucking giving pics at the Flying J Truck Plaza, giving blowjobs and glory holes. Fucking asshole.
Anywho, so what do you think your heart rate spiked again? I could feel it. The heart rate went back up again. We got to get it back down. We got to keep you mellow.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, the game's about to start in 5 minutes. So
Ryback. 1 second. Ryback. This is actually my son, He's actually my son. Backwater is my buddy. No, it's not as thin skin. We do this all the time, me and him. Yeah, whip it out. Also, I'm out of town on Friday. So what I'm going to do is Wednesday I'll do a legitimate show live, and then I can do. Well, I don't want to be doing it from like a fucking Motel 6 in fucking Tampa. I mean, I don't want to do that. So I might just do a non-live show for Friday. I'll just see. I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. But we'll have Factsman Friday, no question. And I'll do my show alone, no interruptions. Nobody have to knock on somebody's fucking door to get me views. But yeah, we will whip it out Wednesday for sure. That's definitely for sure. So everybody, we good on the Bills? Everybody's good on the Bills?
Yeah, I would call this show a success overall. I think that for your standards, this was like a 2 out of 10. But you were very fortunate that I really brought the show home tonight. So like I thought my performance was like a 12 out of 10, which I think between us together medianed out a relatively good show. So I'd appreciate a thank you right before we end the show.
Thank you. The people only keep tuning in to see me. They're like, fuck. Oh, he's here. There goes half fucking entertainment.
But so I'll take that as a thank you.
You're an anchor. You're a fucking anchor to me when it comes to this stuff.
Happy to help. I'm glad we were able to find a happy means for this to work.
That's right. Yeah. He was in diapers. And let me tell you something. I'm not to put his business out in the street. He was in diapers since he was fucking 9. Okay? It's not like so. I know you a long time, but don't make like he was in diapers like he was fucking 2. This fucking kid wet the bed since he was 9. Unbelievable. And I'm not making it up. Just like the story about his half-inch dick.
Yeah, but
he couldn't get laid in a whorehouse with a fistful of 50s. He couldn't get laid in a women's prison with a fistful of pardons. Believe me, I tell you, he's lucky he got married. I don't know who. God bless his wife for marrying him. Maybe she got a fucking thing for people with weird hair and little dicks. I'll tell you what, they ruined the good asshole when they put teeth in your mouth. I can guarantee that. All right, I'm done now because I'm fucking upset now. I got to go have some coffee and a Valium.
It's 7:30 at night. I mean, you know what? Who am I to judge? This is a judge-free zone. We know this, right?
It is a judge-free zone. So next time on Monday, judge going to the fucking deli or taking your wife fucking ballroom dancing and leave me to do my fucking show. Or on Wednesday, you're gonna whip out an appearance?
What? So you just turned the audio off for whatever reason on your computer, and that was my fault for the show.
No, I came a little early. Sometimes you want to come and do a little warm up, introduce yourself to the crowd. What I gotta sit there and wait for permission for you to come in? Okay, it's my show, but let me wait for him to come by, so it's okay.
Anywho, I like your hat. I do like that hat.
Yeah, you weren't getting this fucking hat.
I do like that hat.
Yeah, because it was yours. You know what? Since I've been wearing this hat, do you look like I have dandruff? Because my fucking head's been itching ever since I put this thing on.
I have more than dandruff.
Buy some Selsun Blue or whatever. What is that shit? Or you might have crabs.
I don't think you can get crabs
in your hair. Look at that. Fucking thing's like straight up, and there's got to be something living in that hair.
Selsun Blue. I don't even think they're a company anymore. Was that real?
I don't know. I don't know. You should know that.
What about just classic good old Head and Shoulders? I mean, why do we got to go with the $12 bottle of Selsun Blue?
I'm getting a little notice that you kind of know all the fucking dandruff shampoos out there.
Oh, I know them all. I consider myself an expert in the dandruff area.
Do you flake?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Well, actually, I haven't been. I bought the right conditioner. I haven't been.
The best thing to do is wash your hair with Palmolive dish soap. Get rid of all that shit. Or some, you know what? That Louisiana hot sauce, Tabasco sauce. Put it on your fucking head.
I don't.
All them fucking lice and shit. And then God forbid you're in the shower, you feel like rubbing one out. You really know what it's like. First day, you don't even have to have a sandwich.
On that note. Thank you everybody for watching. Obviously, Dad's on the Bills, laying the 6.5 at extra vig early on. I think we got -125. I teased the game up to 53.5 and teased the Vikes up to 8.5. Under in the first game, Vikes second game. So those are our best bets. We wish you all the best of luck. What is that? A little version of yourself?
No. Just a little Santa Claus. Yeah, I am fucking Santa Claus. I'm the fucking gift that keeps giving.
Anywho, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for chiming in as always. He'll be back on Wednesday.
I'll be back on Wednesday. Be there.
I don't know when I'll be back on this channel, but I think I'll run
2 weeks. Fine. Take a rest.
I think Thursday.
Ratings.
Friday, I'll be back with the rum.
Get
for
that
the
homo holding on.
For the,
Oh, I'm sorry.
for the rum for the rum beer, folks. But yes, good luck today, folks. As always, gamble responsibly, stay safe, and yes, run pure. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.